On In Transit, we do something a little special with one of our favorites for the In Transit segment. Petrina Gentile, automotive journalist, joins me on the line. She gets to do all the wonderful test drives. Petrina, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. So listen, you correct me if I'm wrong, but here's how I see it, okay? The automotive sector has been in the electric vehicle space playing catch up with Tesla, right? And Tesla has been selling vehicles and they've got all the hype. People have a lot of attention on them. And now it seems to me the Volkswagens and the Fords of the world are be like, whoa, we got to get in this game in a big way. And I think the best indication of that is Ford with their new Mustang Mach-E. And the reason I look at this vehicle is because when I look at electric cars, too many of them, in my opinion, and I know all of this is subjective, too many of electric vehicles are ugly. And I looked at the Mach-E and I said, my God, it's a beautiful electric car. Do you agree or disagree with me on that one?
I agree. I actually agree. You know, the styling is quite nice. I mean, you see some similarities with the Mustang. I mean, just, the long hood and the headlights, but that's about it. But it is attractive. You know, it has the nice styling. It has that nice coupe line when you're looking at it from the side view. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, it has, all the technology that you want. Because it's, again, the catch-up, not just with the electric, but also with the technology inside. Yeah. So when you look inside, even the touch screen, it's a huge center touch screen, similar to what you would find in a Tesla.
Okay.
So everybody's...
Can I just ask you, Petrina? Let's try and do it this way, because I sort of teased before like a radio test drive. For all of our listeners who are in their car right now, okay?
Yeah.
Why don't you take me through the inside of the vehicle? Because you were in this vehicle this week. You got to have fun with it. Why don't you take us through what if our listeners were in this vehicle right now, what they'd be looking at?
Okay. Well, I'm going to get them right inside because it doesn't even have traditional door handles, which is really interesting. You can actually get in the vehicle using your smartphone as a key. Huh. So it's a little bit different. Or there's a little button that you push, and the button pulls the door open, and you kind of stick your fingers, in the back doors, in to open the door. It's a little bit awkward because there are no door handles in the back. There's just a little lever in the front. So you get inside, and it is just, it's incredible. Like I say, it has that huge center screen. It's not as user-friendly as the Tesla. It's a little bit more complicated. You have to go in, to find the different drive modes. You have to go in to find, even the electric information. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit, bit more time-consuming. But I guess after a bit of time, I was only in it for a couple hours, so you probably get used to it.
Gotcha.
And then in front of you, there's also a digital screen that gives you all the information of your electric range, as well as how fast you're traveling. And it's pretty impressive. Driving it, as soon as you hit the pedal, it's instant torque. I was driving the model that was about 346 horsepower and 428 foot-pound of torque. Mm-hmm. But there's, the GT Performance model, that's the top trim, and that gets a lot more. That gets 480 horsepower and something like 634 foot-pound of torque, and will go 0 to 100 in less than 4 seconds. I didn't have that one.
We're with Petrina Gentile, automotive journalist. So do you think, Petrina, that because of those impressive power stats, that the Mustang brand is apropos for Ford to bring it to electric cars?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. And then you got to think too. It's not this is really the first mainstream, right? The big one. This is the one that they have a lot banking on this one. Let's just say. Mm-hmm. But then you have also new players too. You have Polestar coming into this with their electric vehicle as well, the Polestar 2. And this is a company that's owned by Volvo and by Geely, a Chinese automaker. Now, this isn't, like you say, the styling isn't as attractive as the Mustang. It is something that definitely turns heads, especially in the colors they have. They have this gorgeous blue and reds, and they're really bold, so you can't miss them on the road, and they're definitely unique. So when I was driving around, everybody stopped with, what was that? What are you driving?
It must be fun when you get to drive those vehicles that turn heads. Can I ask you on pricing, if Ford has made the pricing so that it qualifies for the rebates from the various governments?
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't cover for the federal rebates of $5,000. You have to come in as your starting price under $45,000, But the base model Mustang, the rear-wheel drive with the smaller engine, that starts around $50,495. So it unfortunately, because it's a little bit more expensive, it doesn't qualify for that. But it does qualify for the provincial rebates in British Columbia and in Quebec. So that's a little bit of a good news. Hopefully you get a little bit of a break up to $8,000 off the price, because they are expensive.
Petrina, I got to ask you, it seems like Ford is just making a mistake here. If you look at Tesla, they are totally gaming the system, right? They came out with a car that's crippled, right? Like nobody in their right mind would buy the Tesla, I think it's called the standard range, right? The Tesla Model 3 standard range. No one in their right mind should buy it because they made it purposely crippled with a very small range. I think it's 150 kilometers. And that's just so that they qualify for the program. Why wouldn't Ford do the same thing?
I know. I'm shrugging my head too. Like I'm just thinking, why on earth? Like you come in $5,000 less, and then you open it up, and it becomes way more attractive to consumers. Because let's face it, those rebates really do help push EV sales.
Who's this car targeted towards? Who do you think Ford wants to buy this car?
I think they're looking at, Mustang enthusiasts, as well as, family people, people that have kids, people that are looking to go green, but they really want those Mustang enthusiasts. I don't know if, it has enough to appeal to them, but and also like an older, demographic, looking at 40 and above. That can afford that price range.
Petrina, I think there's something really curious about this Mach-E Mustang, and that is Ford is doing, I don't know if you heard about this, but they're doing a Twitch event. You know Twitch, the video game streaming service?
Yes.
Isn't that weird? They're doing an event. It's tonight at 9 p.m. They're doing a Twitch event.
Yeah. And that's, again, designed to attract a younger audience because, you know what, when you see Tesla and Elon Musk and what he's done, he has tapped into that young tech-savvy market. And the other manufacturers haven't really quite learned how to do that yet, but as they're going to electric, they realize this is a market they need to tap, and they're going through, unprecedented ways to attract them. And this is one of those ways to attract that younger demographic and to generate some buzz around the new Mach-E.
Petrina, you're the youngest, coolest, hippest person on this program all the time. I want to thank you for coming on the show. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. You have a YouTube, right? You have a YouTube channel?
I do. It's called Moto Ragazza. So it means car girl in Italian.
Oh, my goodness. I love it. Wait, let's say it again. Say that
Ragazza.
Again. Moto Ragazza. Moto Ragazza.
Sì, bravo.
I love it. Oh, it just sounds sexy. Fantastic. Petrina, you take care.
You too. Thanks so much. Happy holidays.